Hello budget people, and welcome to another episode of Pimp My Budget. I have reached out to 5 budgeters who are willing to showcase a week in their life using the cash envelope system. So no card, no credit, just cash. I'm a massive fan. I've used the system to get myself out of over £12,000 worth of debt, and I'm on a mission to share it with as many people as possible. So without further ado, let's meet this week's budgeter.
Hi, my name's Georgina. I'm 36 and I live in Essex. I've been using sort of the cash envelope system, if you like, for quite a few years, probably about 10 to be honest. But sort of the last year and a half or so, I've definitely tried to be more intentional with that cash, which is why I find these sort of individual envelopes much better. So the categories that I sort of focus on are my weekly spends, what I would class as say £3 to £5 a day. If I want to get lunch out, that can come out of that money. If I want to get a magazine, seen it nail varnish, you know, anything to be honest. So my weekly spends is more of like anything additional that I hadn't intended to buy. I tend to put between £25 and £35 in a week, just depending on what sort of week I'm going to have. Some weeks I try and purposely put in less. Every fortnight I give my niece and nephew pocket money, £5 each. I sort of keep those on me at all times. Then I've got my entertainment envelope. That's definitely something I use every week. I meet up with friends at least once a week. Quite often if we're going to a restaurant, we always check our rewards. Things like the Beefeater have got their own reward system. So quite often you get money off or a free meal if it's your birthday month.
This girl sounds like a professional, guys. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Already with the free envelopes that she has, like weekly spends. I didn't even think of that because she's got entertainment and then she's got weekly spends. So I suppose weekly spends could be quite a broad like envelope, I suppose, whereas entertainment is specific to her going out and entertaining herself with her friends and family and stuff. So yeah, they're actually quite good names for envelopes, guys. They're really good.
Type of thing, which this month is my birthday month, so we do get a free meal.
She seems like she's really into rewards and coupon kind of deals. I don't know, let's see.
Things like the cinema as well, or I sometimes go to book events. Most of the time they're free as well if you check out your local Waterstones. Obviously I like books, even if you're not into reading as such. Some of the local libraries and bookstores have really good events, or even people coming in and doing talks, so it's always good to have a look on their website. You just pop in your postcode, you can see what's going on in your area.
See, this is what I was talking about, guys. This is what I was talking about. Do you remember Patrina? And she had a day out with her niece and nephew. There are so many free things that you can do with children. I mean, even for yourself, like she's going to a book event. Some of these book events are free. Like, you know, you just need to do a little bit of research and you can save money. Not every outing has to be something that you have to have a massive outlay for. I'll leave some links down below of where you can find out more. The most you'll probably have to do is bring a packed lunch.
And then that's the last one, hair and beauty. Again, it's not something I use every week, a bit like my niece and nephew's pocket money. That's more something that I can be saving maybe £5-10 a week towards if I want to get my nails done. I tend to get done every fortnight, and then every couple of months I sort of give them a bit of a break. So again, it's not something I necessarily use every week, but I will be getting my nails done this week, so that is one that I'll be using.
So she's very intentional on when she puts money in the envelopes because she knows that she's going to spend them. That's what I mean. In terms of cash envelopes, be intentional. If you need to cut back, then just put less in, but be intentional.
I have got a few others that I keep. Sometimes, obviously, you've got a 5-week month.
They look familiar.
Which you can easily forget about. Then you wonder after week 4 where your cash has gone. So sometimes I'll also break my money up into weekly envelopes there as well.
I think that's a really good idea as well. I've had so many monthly budgeters speak to me about this and say like, oh, I get paid once a month. How do I use the system? You know, when I get paid, all my money's gone kind of thing. So what I would say is after you pay all your bills, if your bills come out when you get paid, which when most people's direct debits do that, so when your bills come out, whatever's left, you divide it into 4 or 5 weeks, however many weeks there are in a month, and that is what you use to stuff your weekly envelopes with. So cash envelopes are weekly. You divide your monthly budget into 4 or 5, and then every week you can then stuff your cash envelopes with a certain amount of money.
You're going to be using So she's on a budget envelopes this week, which will be exciting. Have like a notebook, and I know every single item that's coming out of my bank, what day it's coming out or around what time, and the total value. And it's only then once I've marked all of those costs out, such as my rent, my phone bill, those other direct debits, I've got a gym membership as well. Once all those things are accounted for, whatever cash I have left, that then gets divided between these envelopes. So
you see what we're doing? We're working together now. You see, I'm teleporting the information to Georgina and she's teleporting it to me. Like, guys, it's straightforward. It's really straightforward. Whatever you have left over goes into those weekly envelopes. All you need is a pad of paper, literally, for a budget book. But if you like nice things, then I got you.
For my niece and nephew, it's £5 each, but I've only got a £10 note at the moment. So I will just pop that £10 in for now until I get some change, and then I can just pop that to one side.
I think it's really sweet that she gives her niece and nephew pocket money.
My nails was done this week, so I've got £20, and I've also got my loyalty card. Any sort of loyalty cards or apps or anything, I just always try and remember for when I'm going out.
She's so smart, guys. I'm not gonna lie, like literally, I'm so bad in terms of reward cards, reward points, whatever rewards. I'm really bad at this. I'm probably gonna have to start taking notes from Georgina. Even my nail tech, the other day she said, like, where's your reward card? And I was like, reward who? I've been going to her for months, guys. I had so many stars to be filled in because I just don't even think of those things. So I think having that in the back of your mind on trying to get a deal will keep those thoughts at the front of your mind when you are spending. And then look at you, you don't need to use just cash in your envelopes. You can put your vouchers, your points, whatever inside of them as well.
And my groceries this week, my budget is £20, but I do actually have
got a coupon,
a printed off M&S gift card for £10. So actually I've got £30 there, so that's quite handy. So I can get some nice bits this week.
Okay.
And how I got that gift card was through mystery shopping. I've got an app on my phone, and I actually get £10 a month with that, so that's quite good. Entertainment, I'm gonna budget £40 this week. It's a little bit higher, but I need to top up my Oyster card.
Does she have a coupon?
So that I can travel about to meet some friends this week. So I need to put £10 on now.
Okay.
And then I've also got I should be meeting up with a friend this week to go to the cinema. So that should be enough. And I'm also meeting another friend later on in the week for Nando's.
She stays ready, guys. She stays ready.
Weekly spends, I'm going to budget £30. There isn't anything in particular that I need this week, so that should be enough just for my day-to-day spends. And that is all my envelopes done. Good morning, I'm just getting ready for work and just sorting out the envelopes that I'm going to be taking with me out today, as I am going out after work. So I'm going to be taking my entertainment envelope. Obviously I've already budgeted £40 for the week, as I am due to go out with another friend towards the end of the week. And this evening I should be going to the cinema. So I've got a voucher from Christmas that I received, so it'll be a free movie. And then there's obviously some money in there if I want to get something to eat or whatever. And my weekly spends, which I've got a budget of £30. My weekly spends is more like £3 to £5 a day if I want to buy a magazine or snacks, you know, just anything. So I'm going to be taking those out with me today. Luckily I don't need to worry about transport, as I can walk to work, and I'm going to be picking up my lunch on the way in this morning, because I received an email a couple of weeks ago. I opened up a Yorkshire Building Society account, and as part of setting up the app, you actually got a free £5 Costa gift card, which I thought was quite nice. Wasn't expecting it, but nice little bonus. So that's going to be lunch for free today. So,
guys, I can't get over this girl. It's like she doesn't do anything without a coupon. Like, that's mad. That's so good, but it's mad. I don't know. That's mad. I definitely think you have to be super organised in order for you to keep a tab of these things. I might think of something on how you could actually keep organised doing this, but I don't know. It's crazy. Like, I don't know if I could keep it all in my head, but it's good. I want to be like her. Like, I want to be like her. Plus the cards. And I bet that tasted good, you know. Free food tastes the best. You know that? Free food tastes the best. Okay, so she's topping up her oyster. She said she was going to do that, didn't she? Because she's going out to meet... She's getting... Is that free, guys? Is that free? She had a coupon for the meal as well.
Okay, so I've just got back from supposed to go to the cinema and I had a voucher for that, so it was going to be a free night, but we've gone out for a meal instead. So for my entertainment envelope, I've only got £10 left now, which isn't a problem. I've only got one more sort of going out evening this week with a friend at the end of the week, and it's Nando's, so it's not too expensive, and I think I've got a green reward as well, so it's always worth checking your rewards before you go out. The only other envelope I actually spent from today was my weekly spends. I originally put in £40 because I had to top up my oyster, and I topped that up for £10 just because I know I'm going out later on in the week, and I've got £26 remaining, so okay. Obviously I've spent another £4 today. I spent the other £4. I treated myself to a nice bottle of perfume in Boots
for £4
card for my birthday, which was really nice. But I also managed to get like £12 worth of points. £5 of those I earned through the recycling scheme, which if you don't know what that is, I'll show you more tomorrow because I'm going to be getting some more points again. So I will see you tomorrow.
Okay, we're changing her name. Her name is now Points Queen. I just love it. I love it. What's she doing? What's she doing? What's she doing? Okay, she's buying something. Oh, that's the recycling thing. Oh. And then she buys the stuff with the points.
Good evening. So you would have seen that today I just used my weekly spends and my groceries envelopes today, which I keep inside here because sometimes you get coins for change, so that just keeps it nice and neat. So with my weekly spends, I actually did a little bit of shopping today. It wasn't actually planned. I just picked up a few snacks from Sainsbury's, nothing exciting, but I spent £3.22 just on some fruit and some yogurts and things for work. We actually had like a work lunch today, so I didn't have to worry about bringing lunch in. I also popped to M&S just to get a few bits for dinner. It did actually come to £13.20, which would have come out of my grocery budget. However, I did have a £10 voucher from M&S, and that was through a mystery shopping site that I use for like market research, and I actually get paid £10 a month for doing some research for them. At weekly spends, you can kind of see I've got a bit left, but I don't really have anything else going on this week other than a meal at the end of the week with my friend, which my entertainment envelope is looking a little bit light, so I may actually use some of that towards my meal out. And that's the great thing about these envelopes, they're my envelopes, I can spend them how I want. Mm-hmm. You know, if I want to take something out of one envelope and use it for another, then I will.
I like that she said that, because at the end of the day, if you've budgeted for it, why can't you swap it around, you know? I think it's worrying when you start dipping into envelopes when you are trying to save from one envelope or you're trying to do this in another envelope. Like, it's all meant to be spent, guys. Putting them into categories just helps you be able to be a bit more intentional with your spending, but it's all meant to be spent anyway.
But something else I just wanted to bring up, because I mentioned it yesterday, is the Boots Scan to Recycling scheme. It's how I got some extra points when I bought my perfume yesterday. And if you've got a Boots card, you can register your account to that. And basically, any sort of empty products, makeup products, hand washes, things like that, for every 5 items that you take back into a recycling pod, you'll get £5 in points when you spend £10. I did have to buy a few items. As you can see, it came to £10.77. So because I spent over the £10 threshold, I did actually get the £5 in points. Good morning. I'm just getting ready for work. I've got my envelopes ready to pop into my bag. So I'm taking my weekly spends and my groceries, just in case I pop into the supermarket on my way home later. Today shouldn't really be an expensive spend day. I'm at work. I've already got my lunch to take in, and then after work I am going to a book club to talk about this little beauty. So that'll be interesting. It's a free event. It's going on at my local bookstore, and I'll let you know how it goes later. See you later.
No one can say that budgeters aren't sociable, guys. Like, I think this is kind of like the whole misconception that if you're watching your money or watching your pennies, that you're some boring, like, hermit like me. But no, you could be going out and doing stuff. You just have to look into it. And I just love that she's such an active person, still entertains herself weekly with her friends. She's a really good example of what budgeting should be.
Good evening. It's Thursday, so it's day 4 of tracking my weekly spends. And today I only actually spent from my groceries envelope. So I've now got about I've got £4.60 left in my grocery spend, and my weekly spends have got exactly £4. I was going to have to use some of that money to get my lunch today, but then my colleague reminded me that I got lunch last week, so we sort of done a switch this week, so I didn't have to pay for that. And then tomorrow I'm actually taking my lunch in. So the only thing I need to pay for tomorrow is going out. And obviously I took that £5 out of my grocery spend the other day. Because earlier on in the week I'd spent in a different envelope by accident. So I've got £15. We're just going to Nando's. And I keep my Nando's cards in this little baby. Which is quite handy. My sister got me that. Because sometimes you go to the shop and then forget your loyalty card. I know a couple like Boots, you can actually have on your phone now, but I do like my actual card.
Wow, that is a lot of cards. And I mean, she's super organised, guys, so she definitely needs it. If you want something, you know, a little bit fancy, I got you. I got you.
And then I've just got a few pennies sitting over from the weekly spend, so I'll just pop those back in there. So other than that, didn't really have to pay anything else today. And yeah, so my hair and beauty, I've still got £20 in there. I'm getting my nails done on Saturday. But as I mentioned before, I'm going to have to get that colour removed. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on that weekly spend envelope, and that £4, if I can keep that back, that'd be really handy, because that should help cover the soak-off cost. And yeah, that's basically it. Nothing else to report. Pretty quiet day, pretty standard. But tomorrow's Friday, which means it's nearly the weekend. Good morning. So off to work today. I've got my lunch to take in. Just a few bits that I picked up from M&S earlier in the week with that £10 voucher that I had from the mystery shopping. So the 3 envelopes that I'm taking with me today are my entertainment, because I'm going out tonight with my friend, my weekly spends, which has just got some shrapnel in it now, and again the same with groceries, there's just a few pounds left in there now as well.
I really like the fact that she has literally like budgeted down to the penny. I don't know, some people might have a problem with that, but I think it's so good. It's so important.
Today's payday, so over the weekend I'm going to be setting up my budget for the following week as to what's going to go in my envelopes. So the only thing I really need to think about now for the next couple of days is just getting my nails done tomorrow. So still got some cash in all of the envelopes, so that's good. And we'll see what today brings.
And that's the thing, because she budgets weekly, it's easy on your mind knowing that you only have to survive for another few days or another week. Thinking that you have to like survive for a whole month is very daunting, especially when you first start budgeting. But knowing that, yeah, I can have like £3 left in my weekly spend envelope, because why? Tomorrow I'm going to stuff them again. It's so much easier for you to get your head around that, isn't it, guys? So yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect.
Does anybody else do this? Have a look around Home Bargains, even though there's nothing they need?
Yeah.
Quick tip, always go for a basket over a trolley. Because
Yeah.
you get a trolley,
Yeah.
you end up filling it up. Also, I've checked out my envelopes before I popped in, so I know I've got a couple of pounds in my groceries and also my weekly spends left over. It's always a good idea just to have an idea, just to know how much you've got available to spend before you come in here. Otherwise, you start getting a bit carried away, and before you know it, you bought kitchenware and you don't even own your own kitchen.
You know what? I couldn't have said it better myself, guys. It's so true. But I would say though, in terms of the basket, there have been times where I've literally gone in with nothing and I've still come out carrying stuff on my back. Like, the lack of having a trolley doesn't actually deter me from spending in Home Bargains, B&M, IKEA. It's just gonna happen. So yeah, definitely make sure you have enough money in your envelopes before you go in.
Good evening, it's Friday, so we're nearly coming to the end of the week. Follow me with my envelope system and how that works for me. So I thought I'd let you know what I've spent today and what I've got left for tomorrow, because I do need to get these babies checked out. So yeah, you saw, obviously I went to work and I took my lunch in with me, so didn't really have to pay for anything throughout the day. Obviously topped up my Oyster card earlier on in the week, so that covered my journey to go and meet my friend after work. We were going to go for a Nando's, but I did have a quick look around Home Bargains. Just picked up on some multi-pack of tissues because I do have hay fever. They've gone up in price though. The pack of 8, I swear they used to be 69p, they're 99p now. I know it's only 30p, but you do know it's these things, especially when you pay by cash.
I trust her. I trust her.
I really noticed it, so that's all I bought and then I left. Met my friend for dinner, so obviously I took my entertainment envelope and that is now empty. That's okay though. That is meant to be empty. I was meant to have fun with that this week. So.
What do I say? It's meant to be empty, guys. It's meant to be empty. And you should feel good that it's empty, because that means you have budgeted what? Accordingly.
I had £15 and my meal came to £15 and 15 pence. So I had to take that out of my weekly spends. And because I also picked up my tissues as well, my weekly spends is now completely empty also. So all I actually have cash-wise now is for my niece and nephew. They get £5 each. Pocket money for me once a fortnight. But I just need to find 2 5s to get that changed up. So that's still full. And my hair and beauty, I've got my £20. But I do need £5. I think it's £5 to cover for the soak-off and the tip. But what I do have left is my grocery envelope. And I have now got about £3, about £3.30 left. So I'm sure I'll be able to find £2 from somewhere in my room. I will make it happen. So been a little bit tight because I've only just got enough to get my nails done tomorrow. But as I say, it is the end of my week that I've budgeted for. And today I've been paid, so I can now plan what I'm going to do for the next 7 days. And that's how I like to use these envelopes. I know some people use envelopes for a lot more categories, but these are the things that I budget for on a weekly basis, or definitely fortnightly. So that's what I do with my envelopes.
Okay, so that's all from Georgina. Wow, guys, I am super impressed. She has definitely given me food for thought. I love the way that she budgets. I love that she's so organized. I love that she is literally able to predict weeks ahead as to how much she's going to be putting in various envelopes and what she's going to be using them for. I just think that's just type of thing that we just need to be able to do, and you can see that she feels empowered by that way of budgeting. There isn't any scarcity, there isn't any deprivation, and yeah, I really am super happy for her. As a thank you for sharing her week with us, Georgina will be going away with the She's on a Budget goodie bag. So she had the She's on a Budget t-shirt, the She's on a Budget hoodie and tote bag. And guys, if you want to get your hands on this spectacular goodie bag, then do visit the website at www.shesonabudget.co.uk. This is the last episode in the series, so if you want to be part of the next series of Pimp My Budget, the information to sign up will be available in the description box below. But yeah, guys, that's all for now and for the series. I do hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next series of Pimp My Budget. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll wait for you to sit down so you don't make any noise. Okay. Hello budget people, and welcome to another episode of Pimp My Budget. What did I say before, Tom? Hello budget people and welcome to another episode of Pimp My Budget. So no cards, no. Oh gosh. What it? Huh? What did I say to the other one? I forgot what the other one. I want to share this system with as many people as possible. Now the dog's barking. What does she want?
Someone at the door, isn't it?
But I think that God, I've had hair. Look at my hair falling out. So I think that maybe. Oh gosh, my stomach is going mad. I think it's because I had the Diet Coke, you know. No, I was going to say something else about her thing that she does, that she didn't mention herself. I'm paranoid now that I'm going to have lipstick on my teeth. Lipstick on my teeth.
I feel like putting a spider in the back there.
Stop it.
Okay.
Being silly. I don't remember this.
Lunch locally today, and then probably into the supermarket on the way home. But that's
I don't remember this.
It's going to get.
Did I edit this? Mr. Wee, you're desperate. You've got to go.
Sorry.
You will be. I don't know what it looks like up there. It should be alright actually. It's only been me here.
Still recording?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah. Press it up again.
Let's press it on.
Yeah. Sorry. Jeez. Sorry, Lord. Let me move up here. But yeah, that's all for now, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this video. What else is it? I do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next week for. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next week for another episode of Pimp My Budget. That was dog crap.
You need to press just off.
Red button. Thank you.
How was it?
I don't know.